Oh, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo. I just want to welcome y'all back to the UAB Dynasty. What we're going to do today, bro, is look at the season stats. We're going to look at some awards. We're going to talk about whether or not we made it to the national championship, if we did, the matchup, and all that good stuff. Don't forget, bro, if you enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, let's get into it. What the fuck is that? Yo, so Eric Bailey comes back and wins the Heisman, bro. So for those of y'all that don't know the story, or maybe you just need to be reminded, we were moving up the Heisman list very steadily. We were in the number 2 or 3 spot, I can't remember. Just when we thought we were about to make our move, he started fumbling the ball multiple times per game. It got to the point where I had to bench him, and he didn't even start in the SEC championship game. But thanks to an amazing performance that was all sparked by this one amazing run, he was actually able to jump back up and steal the Heisman at the last second, baby. Keep in mind, he's only a redshirt sophomore, so we have him potentially for another 2 years if he doesn't decide to dip early. And he is UAB's second Heisman winner in as many years, bro. Anthony Hancock, our quarterback who went on to the league, won it last year. Now, Anthony Hancock also won us our first national championship. We'll have to find out if Eric Bailey's gonna have the opportunity to do that as well. Defensive player of the year, I don't think anybody was worried about this one. Lamar Patrick, man, he is the do-it-all safety for our team. Also wins the Bronco. He's also, okay, wait a minute. Yo, we had Coley actually won the Lombardi Award, bro. That's what's up. That's not one we normally get, man. Mixon got linebacker of the year. We knew Patrick was gonna get the Thor, but yo, the Lombardi and linebacker of the year, that's 2 new awards that we don't get. Like, I get those defensive awards pretty much every season. And look who we're playing. Louisville in the national championship. We're 13-0, they're 12-0. That game is going to be hype, bro. We're going to take a look at the season stats for our team and also for Louisville. All right, man, so our quarterback, Adam Sanders, we can see his QB rating was up. His attempts were down. And now, if you're noticing, this is jumping from 2015 to 2017. And what happened was Anthony Hancock transferred over. He played 2016, okay? So in 2015, our team was pretty trash. Adam Sanders was throwing the ball every goddamn play. As you can see, he had 532 attempts versus only 374 this year. So that's no fault to him. That's just because we're a much better team, okay? He had 4,300 yards that year, had 3,000 this year. Well, notice his touchdown number is down slightly, but his interception number is down dramatically. Again, that's kind of what happens when you have a Heisman winning running back. You can't expect that you're going to get as many passes as you had when you were the only player we had on the team. So I'm very happy with his development. I think he played very well this year. Still needs to lose a little bit more weight this offseason and come back even stronger. So I look forward to that. That should be fun. Eric Bailey, our Heisman winning running back, bro. 1,258 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry, averaging nearly 100 yards per game. 22 rushing touchdowns, and he had an 83-yard run, bro. Not a fluke. He had an 81-yarder last year. He had 6 rushes of 20 or more yards. That was down slightly. This is the number that really, 5 fumbles, bro. And those 5, that was during the course of like 3 games. Notice he didn't fumble 1 time last season. He didn't fumble all year this year until it was probably like 3 or 4 games left, man. Because every game he fumbled at least twice. Except the last one, because the second he fumbled, I put him on the bench. But he shook back, came back, won the Heisman. Now let's take a look at Sheldon Andrews, bro. Sheldon Andrews, who's a junior, who I kind of hope transfers because he's in a tough spot. He is a good back, but he's not nearly as explosive as Eric Bailey. If you'll notice, in 2015, 2 years ago, he nearly rushed for 1,000 yards. Had 22 touchdowns, man. Ball down. Dude really does have a nose for the end zone when you get close. Also had an 81-yard run that year. And he's only had 2 fumbles in his whole career. So a very good back, bro. He's just in a tough situation behind the Heisman winner. Reggie Bentley, my favorite player on the entire team, bro. He is the most consistent as far as I'm concerned, bro. 89 receptions, nearly had 100 catches, over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging 88 yards per game. Look at the yards after catch, 300 yards after catch. And he definitely did his thing, still has a season left. Taking a look at Lamar Patrick, and you see all the trophies this man already has. Tackles way up this year with 76, had 20 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 9 more interceptions. This man has 24 career picks, and yeah, he's got another year. 3 touchdowns this year, 9 deflections, and he had a forced fumble this year. Take a look at Shelton Mixon, man. Linebacker of the year, man. This dude's only a freshman. 56 tackles, 8 for loss, 3 sacks, and 1 pick. Had 1 deflection and 2 fumble recoveries. Another guy I want to show some love to, man, Adrian Merrick. He's really coming along. 50 tackles this year from the cornerback position. Had 6 interceptions, 1 defensive touchdown, and 4 deflections. Also pitched in a little bit on offense. Had 11 catches for 162 yards and 2 TDs. And those are our main guys. Now, let's take a look at the people we're going to be playing against in this national championship, bro. Kenny Ernst. Now, real quick, keep in mind, bro, this is like season 4 or 5 in this dynasty, so Lamar Jackson and all those players would have already been gone. I mean, look, Kenny's interception numbers are way up. I mean, he threw 10 picks this year, so I'm really not too impressed with his passing numbers. Not impressed with his rushing numbers either, so I'm really not worried about this cat. Here we go. Here we go. They got 2 1,000-yard rushers. I was wondering what the hell was going on. 2 1,000-yard rushers, man. Travion Samuel, who ran for 1,400 yards last year. 12 touchdowns, bro. Oof, okay. Let's look at the skills. God damn. 99 Excel. 97. This dude is a beast. Man, this cat is an absolute hound. All right, then we look at James Allen. 97 Excel as well. Not quite as good, but still a beast. Both of these guys are seniors, so it'll be interesting to see what happens to their team next year. This is probably it. This is their last chance. Ooh, they do have a 6'6" receiver, Devontae Pete, man. It's pretty goddamn good. Not that fast, but decent Excel. Can definitely catch. Can jump. Spectacle's good. Route runner's not that great, but he's 6'6". All 4 of the tackle leaders are on our squad, man. That's what I'm talking about. Lamar Patrick, Shelton Mixon, Mike Johnson now. That is, shit, I don't know which Mike Johnson that is. Hey, that's the Mike Johnson that used to play free safety. I moved him to linebacker, and he's been beasting ever since. My other Mike Johnson is a strong safety who's also beasting. Look at these cats, man. 55 tackles and 50 tackles. I'm glad I came back and took a look at him. Strong safety got him a pick and took him back 94 yards. I remember that. Also had a forced fumble. Other Mike Johnson had 2 deflections, man. Them Johnson boys, man. Johnson and Johnson. What you know about? So I just want to go back and kind of take a look at the schedule, man. We barely escaped UNC on the first week, man. We beat the crap out of Notre Dame, handled Mizzou, South Carolina. Ooh, we beat a lot of teams really, really badly. They had a close game versus Auburn. Okay, this is where it kind of got tough. Close game versus Auburn. Very next week, a tight one versus LSU. Ooh, real tight game versus Bama, who had a terrible year this year. Our notable wins at this point: number 11 Auburn, number 4 LSU, number 9 USC. Now, of course, a lot more of these teams were ranked when we played them or when we put them on the schedule, but the teams that made it through the season were those 3. So we got those 3 notable wins. Let's take a look at UL's schedule. Okay, they're playing FCS over here. They beat Rutgers, who's ranked 25, and they beat Memphis, who's ranked 19. All right, they ain't beating nobody else, so nobody can say anything about our schedule. Just by us going undefeated this year, the only other undefeated team was Air Force, and they weren't going to get in there because our strength of schedule is both going to be better. The next team's got 2 losses. You know what I mean? LSU has 2 L's, 1 to us. Here we go, man. Last thing, the tail of the tape. Now, Kirk Herbstreit is selling us out. He always pick us, but this time he's picking Louisville, okay? Our overall rating right there, tied up. Our offense is rated a little bit higher. Their defense is rated a little bit higher. I think the rating on my defense is a little low. We do give up a lot of yards, but our takeaways more than make up for. And this is going to be a pretty tight game, bro. Pretty tight game. So anyway, man, the next UAB video will be the national championship. I'll get that up to you guys in the next couple of days for sure. If y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget, click the thumbs up button. Also subscribe if you're new, and hit me up in the comments section. Give me your score predictions for this game. Without further ado, I'll holler at y'all next time. My name is FlemLo Raps.